is the manuscript he wrote down? Is it this? 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 I'm showing you 6.
They did not need any writing because they memorized. They memorized today even.
At the Battle of Yamama, 70 men died who had memorized it. Udaifa comes back down to, listen to me, listen to me, I'm reciting your own story. When Udaifa went to the Quran, went to the mosque to recite the Quran, he heard 5 different Qurans. He got angry, he started beating up. This is Al-Bukhari, volume 6, hadith number 510. Al-Bukhari, volume 6, hadith number 510. I have it here with me. Hold on a minute. He came down, back down from Yamama, and he came back down to Medina, and he said to Uthman, we must write the Quran in the Qurayshi dialect, right? In the Qurayshi dialect, right? Is this the Qurayshi? Is this the Qurayshi? Is this the Qurayshi?
Even if you got no Quran, people memorize it here.
It's here. Today it's here. And how do you know they are correct? Because of the manuscripts. So you have to have a manuscript to know what they memorized. So what manuscript, I'm not going to ask you a third time, which of these is the one that Muhammad had written down? You don't know. Can you see, folks? Grace, there are no,
there are no manuscripts. On first, brother, you say it's only in here, but we have hadith that says it was written down, right? So if you
by
check,
Zayd ibn Thabit.
Exactly. If you go,
and 5 copies were made. Where are they? Where are those 5 copies?
Where are the copies? Where
are the
copies?
5 manuscripts?
No, brother. The hadith says it
what
was written down.
What did you memorize? What Quran?
Which Quran?
Which? This one? This one? This one? This one? Are you all getting the problem here? These are your only manuscripts. No, none of them are alike. They are not the same Quran. These are your earliest manuscripts. You have nothing earlier than Topkapi or the Samarkand or the Mayyid or the Metropolitanus or the Husseini or the Sana.
You gave me the proof. You showed me the ayah. Yeah, what's it?
Now he's deflecting again. Grace, you notice he's now moving to another subject.
Yes.
Okay, Grace, tell the cameras. Why is he deflecting?
Because he has no answer. First of all, he says it's memorized in the Hajj, right? But then why do we have hadith that talks about written stuff? Why did Osman burn it, right? If there were only oral differences, right? Why did he burn it? No, it is not the same, because if you look at the manuscripts, right, there are so many differences. They cannot be the same. No, it's not the same. We've just shown you that they're different. No. Have you seen that they are different?
This line is for you non-Arabs, because you don't know how to read. It's for me and for
we do know how to read.
We do know how to read.
For me, but they didn't need this line.
The lines and the dots did not. You're right. There were no dots and vowels in the 7th century. They were invented in the 8th century. Do you see any lines and dots here?
Yes, no.
No, so we already passed that. We already agreed. There's no lines and dots. This is the Qira'at problem. This is the Ahruf problem. That came in the 10th century.
That's that
I'm
one.
talking about the 7th century.
Why does
No.
have to write them down?
Okay, let us do this. Can you see why you are not answering the question we're asking? We've already done this. We've already passed by this. That was the other gentleman.
Exactly.
What we're asking is much more damaging. Where are your manuscripts from Muhammad? Which are the ones he wrote down? You memorized what? What did you memorize?
We memorized the same Quran which was revealed to Prophet.
Which one? This one? This one?
Look at this.
How can you prove that
There
it is
is
the
no
same?
manuscript earlier than these.
We don't need that. I told you.
He doesn't need that.
No.
So should we throw these away?
Give me a copy. Just imagine.
You guys are getting worse and worse. Answer the question. Should we throw these 6 away?
These are the Muslims are proud about these manuscripts. They're proud.
You are very
They
proud.
even
Because
say
they're the only thing you
they
have.
even say it's from Osman. You cannot prove that what Muhammad had
Okay.
is what we have today.
I don't think he's heard this argument
No.
before. So, Grace, let's go to the cameras.
Let's go to
Can
the
you all
cameras.
see the problem this gentleman is having? Thank you very much. He can only say we memorized it. We don't have to produce it. Do we ever say that about the Bible?
No. We have perfect manuscript.
Would we ever say that about the Bible?
We check our manuscript, we check the differences, and we have written down what we have.
Okay, Grace. Did the early church, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, they just memorized what Jesus said? They
No.
just memorized what Jesus did?
No. They were eyewitnesses first of all, and they wrote it down.
So they wrote it down immediately.
They wrote it down, like within a couple of decades. They wrote it down.
And who
they
was
were-
writing it down as Jesus spoke? Who was there with pen and paper, always writing it?
You had Matthew, for
Matthew
example.
was always there writing it down, was he
and,
not?
And you had John, right?
And
they were
John was an
eyewitnesses.
eyewitness. He was at the cross. He saw Jesus on the cross. Did he know the man on the cross?
Yes, of course.
He had been with him for 3 years. And he wrote down what he saw.
Exactly.
And he wrote down what he heard, did he not?
Exactly.
So they wrote it down immediately.
Exactly.
Why did the Muslims not do this?
Well, and I don't know. Ask the Muslim.
They
have to
just
say.
memorized it, he said. We had good memory at that time. You did not have good memory. Because when you finally did write it down, in the 8th and 9th century, none of them are the same. It's
are
not the same Quran.
What is the original language of Bible? Tell me.
Oh, now he's deflecting again.
Deflecting again.
So,
Shay,
did they write it down in the language they spoke? So they wrote it down in Greek,
they
right?
wrote it down in Greek
So
and some parts in
God
Arabic.
used Greek, did he not?
Yeah.
Did God also use Hebrew?
Yes.
And in Greek, do you have your vowels and do you have your consonants?
Yes, you have your vowels.
So you can read what you can read exactly what's written.
Exactly.
Then Arabic came in the 6th century, right?
Yes.
Did it have any vowels?
No.
Did it have any dots?
No.
So can you read that Quran?
No.
Can you read this Quran?
No.
And this one?
No.
And this one?
No.
Why would God use a language which you couldn't read?
That's their problem to answer.
That's a pretty innate God, is it not?
And it is.
God would not use a language like that if he already had 2 great languages.
Exactly.
That he used for Hebrew and Greek, right?
Exactly.
Why would he then choose a language that no one could understand?
Ask the Muslims.
And you had
Ask
to
the
wait
Muslims.
300 years before you could
Exactly.
finally read it.
Exactly.
And when you can read it, show them up again. When you finally can read it, they don't agree.
Other way around.
Where's up?
Let's go to the. Let's go to the Sahaba. Let's go to the
So
Sahaba.
this one does not agree. Is this Hafs?
This is Warsh.
These 2 don't agree.
They don't.
Which
agree.
one is that?
That is Ibadi.
So 3 different Qurans. Even when they could finally read it down, write it upside down.
Show. So let's go to Hafs. Brother, you're really delusional. We've shown you Surah 43. It has differences. It has a different word. This is an official Quran. Surah 43. Can
We
have
just
40?
showed it.
Yeah.
We had it here. Where is the other one?
Can you get me the Hafs 43?
Ah, the Hafs 43.
Oh, you're talking about
And the same word, yeah.
There we go. So we have 43, verse 19. You have Ibadu here, you have Inda there. Completely different words, different spellings. One is the presence, the other is slaves. Inda has a noon, this one has a bean. Can you see the dots above, the dots below? So even when you did get it written down, you couldn't agree on it. So we asked at the very beginning, which is the one that's in heaven? This one or this one? And that's just 2. There are 93,000 differences between the 30 different Qurans. Just 2 Qurans, there are 5,000 differences.
Because you are non-Arab. You don't understand how to read.
I know. Here we go again. I am not Arab. I'm not even looking. I'm not even asking you to be Arabic. I can see the difference. I know the difference between a noon and a bean. This is a bean, that's a noon. Is that okay? Now you're jumping to the time of the prophet. So we went to the time of the prophet and he said, there is no There are no diacritical marks here.
Listen, when you say
So here you go.
Listen,
You
listen.
can't even read these ones.
No, you don't like to listen because you're on the camera, yeah? Listen. When you read Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, it is same when you speak. But when you write, might be different. I'm reading.
Brother,
from
these are
Pakistan,
different
India,
words.
America
They're
is
different
same.
words. They're
They read the
different
same-
words.
same meaning.
Do your own
Alhamdulillah,
research.
Rabbil
They're
Alameen,
different
the first-
words.
We have shown you there are over 4,000 differences in this book and this book.
Right?
This
Okay,
one
tell
only
me-
has half of the Quran.
Okay, do you
This is the
memorize
best
Bible?
you've got.
Show
There
me
are
a question.
2,270 different words.
Okay, if I
Nothing to
agree-
do with dots and
okay, I
vowels. There
agree
are no
properly.
dots and
Okay,
vowels here.
okay.
Okay, don't say, okay, answer me.
Tell me-
How can you have different
Any person-
2,270 differences in this book than the one I have in my hand here? How can there be?
Tell
And
me-
this has nothing to do with dots and
What
vowels.
will you write into a blank mushaf?
Tell
Which
me
one?
Any person in the world will memorize Bible. 2%. They have same
You're
Bible.
deflecting, you're
Memorize.
But how do we know what someone has memorized? We have a Bible there.
We have a Bible
Written
there.
down.
It's written down.
And we check it to see if they know what
Yes,
they're saying.
exactly.
So what Quran did they have there to check it?
What
International
Quran?
King James, New Standard was the which
What
one?
Quran did they have to?
You're
You're not answering
deflecting.
any question. You're
You're
talking
deflecting.
and talking and
We don't know
talking.
anything.
deflecting.
Answer
We
the
don't know
question.
Quran. We don't know
If they
anything.
memorized it, what did they memorize? This one? This one?
Okay,
This
language
one?
spoken by Jesus Christ. What language?
Well, now you're
Brother,
deflecting
you're
again.
deflecting. Do
Answer
your
the
own
question,
research.
sir.
Do your- Why
What
did
is your
they?
name?
What? Ahmed.
Why do they?
Ahmed. Ahmedi, you're looking worried. I can see that. But you have noticed he hasn't answered any of our questions. Have we answered his questions?
No.
Every one of them we have. We said immediately that we don't have this problem. We don't make this claim, do we, Grace?
No, let's go to the written stuff. Let's go to how important the writing of something is, right? Because he has to do his own research, so he trusts only in what the Sahaba say or the oral tradition. But
Hey, the Sahaba are those who were with Muhammad, right?
exactly, so he
And the Tabi'un were the ones that got it from the Sahaba.
exactly.
Would the Sahaba have seen what Muhammad did?
Okay.
Well, they might claim
They
to
would have
do
seen
so.
what
Yeah,
Muhammad
yeah,
just say
yeah.
yes or no?
Yes.
Would they have heard what Muhammad said?
Probably they claim so. Yes.
So why did they not write it down?
Well, that's their question. They have something different, right? They have.
They memorized
They
it.
memorize.
How can you trust their memory?
That's their point to say. I mean, I would be worried.
Well, Dr. Yasser Qadi
Exactly.
and Dr. Shabir Ali gave us the answer
Yes.
last July.
Yes.
And what did they say? I need Shabir Ali.
Well, so Yasser Qadi, who has already thrown the Quran under the bus, he was asked, as you will show, as Dr. J. Smith has written down, he was asked about the Sahaba because all that Muslims do, they have the Isnad. This one said, this one said, this one said, right? So it's kind of hearsay. So he was asked about the Sahaba, right? And then Yasser Qadi, who has 1 degree from the west and 1 degree from the east, from Medina, he tells the Muslim skeptics, well, you know what, in the west, what did he say?
He said in the West, I got a PhD at Yale University in historical criticism. But he also had a degree from Medina, the highest degree in the Islamic sciences. What explains the Islamic sciences? And you tell me this. It's known as Isnad, right?
Exactly.
Since none of your men, none of your Sahaba wrote anything down, none of the Tabi'un wrote anything down, they memorized it. That's what you said. They memorized everything the Prophet said and did. They memorized. So what did they write? Where is the Sirah of Muhammad written in the 7th century? Who is the first man to write the Sirah, the biography of Muhammad?
Their companion.
What's his name?
You know one companion.
What's his name? The name of the man who wrote the story.
Amir Muawiyah, they're one of them. Amir Muawiyah.
Muawiyah didn't write a thing. There's nothing written by Muawiyah. Who wrote your biography? Give me his
I
name.
don't know anything about Quran. That's why
No,
We're not
you're
talking about
claiming
the
you
Quran
don't know
now.
anything.
We're talking about Muhammad now.
you haven't given me any answer. I gave you answer.
We gave you many answers. You
We
don't
don't
know.
give
That's
answers
the
to
thing.
him. Did he give answers to us? No. We're still waiting for your answers.
I'm asking what language spoken by Jesus Christ.
Okay,
He
brother,
spoke
you're
Greek,
deflecting.
He spoke Aramaic. He spoke, certainly,
Well, Hebrew or Greek?
he spoke Hebrew as well.
No, Greek. Did he know Greek?
Of course he knew Greek. How did he speak to the centurion?
No, I'm talking about.
How did he speak to the Romans? He had to speak Greek.
What is the language?
But what was the language that everybody used in the 1st century? It was Greek, right? So everything was written in Greek.
Yes.
Okay,
Jay,
now
let's
we've
not
answered
keep-
your question, answer ours.
Exactly.
Who wrote down what Muhammad said and did?
Who wrote it down? How can you know what happened? How can you know what happened? How do no Muslims know what
your answer?
happened?
What's your
They
answer?
go
Who
to
wrote
the
it down?
Isnad and say this one has said.
Show me one companion. Which companion? Muawiyah didn't write a thing. Where is his manuscript? Where is Muawiyah's manuscript?
This is still there.
Where is it? Tell me. Give me a name. Show me the manuscript.
In Turkey as well. It's a very-
You know good and well that Muawiyah did not write it down. The man that wrote it down, his name is Ibn Hisham. He died in 833. Muhammad died in 632. Do you not see a problem with that?
Do not depend on writing like Bible. The Bible is changed. Bible, I would say, it's
Now
not
here we go. A
Brother,
whole
there
other
are
deflection.
hadiths about
He can't stay on
whole
subject.
surahs not being included in your current Quran. Do you even know when your current Quran was settled that it is this one? 1924, the Hafs was decided upon. They needed to do other redactions.
Say that again.
1924.
The Quran we use today was chosen out of 30 different Qurans. 30 different Qurans in what year?
1924.
And
So
how
you-
many years ago is that?
That is like 42. You might be older than the
That's
Quran.
100 years ago. But when was it chosen by the Saudi government?
1985, it was chosen as the standard Quran. So the Quran you believe to go back to Osman or Muhammad, you have no proof. You don't even have complete manuscripts, brother.
It's
You
only
don't-
41 years old.
There is no proof what
Are you older than the Quran?
No.
I am. I am older than the Quran. Larry! Larry! Hey Larry, look here. Are you older than the Quran? I can hear you. I can watch you. You were alive in 1985, weren't you? We can shake hands. We're both gray-haired. We are older than the Quran. God bless you.
Okay, we have
The
still-
chosen Quran,
We have
this
still
one here,
memorized.
that you chose in
No, what have
1985,
you memorized? What have
is
you
only
memorized?
41 years old. Now I know it comes from Hafs, who died in 796. Absolutely. But can you see why we don't have this problem, Grace?
No, because we have written down manuscripts.
Which language original? Just type
In
Bible,
Greek
original language.
and in Hebrew,
Greek and
but
Hebrew.
not in
Where
Arabic,
is that? Where is
because God knew which language to use.
With vowels,
And
by
the
the way.
disciples knew which language to use.
Which language?
And
They
they were-
use Greek. How many times have I said that now? He's now not listening because he's so busy trying to get the next question.
Exactly, and he missed the point. We had eyewitnesses, and they wrote it down. You don't have
Folks, we need to
anything
bring this
written
wrapped
down.
up. But Grace, can you see what we've done? He's not answered our questions.
It's the same like the.
I don't know how you can answer this question
You cannot answer the question.
because Grace, they don't have any manuscript
They
to
have
support
no
what they're saying.
manuscripts, and they go back to hearsay for the first 200, 300
200
years.
to 300 years, nothing written down, right?
And then your scholars admit on television that it's a not good standard to have this isnad.
Completely discredited by the West.
Exactly. That's Yastakadi,
Yasir Qadi
Yastakadi,
and Shabir
Yastakadi. Show me. Okay.
There is Shabir Ali, there is Yasir Qadi. And
So
do all
he's
this.
doing his
And
research.
read it,
That's
okay?
good for him. He's doing his research. So
Now do this one. Go home and cry when you read what they're saying. Because they are destroying everything what Muhammad said and what Muhammad did. And these are your best scholars. And they've now admitted it in the last 11 months that they cannot support what he said and did.
exactly because listen. So let's talk. Why is this detrimental to the Isnad science? What
Because
is
it's true.
Yastakadi saying?
It's saying that we cannot trust the Isnad science. We as Westerners cannot trust it.
Exactly.
And that's why when he's in the mosque, he will quote from Al-Bukhari. But when he leaves the mosque and comes to Dallas, Texas, he does not quote Al-Bukhari.
But wait a second, Jay. Is he not, in a sense, kind of doing taqiyya on his own followers? Because he is saying, right, he's completely aware that the Isnad is not a good standard. He says this over and over. He says it's discredited in the West, the Isnad. Then he's saying if anybody had a book that would show, that could prove that the Sahaba actually said what they said, he would buy it. So he's
He would be
admitting,
the first to buy the book.
yes, so he's admitting for a second time that it is written material that he needs, right?
He needs written material.
So then
Brilliant stuff.
when the Muslims catch on then,
Just read what you've just taken a picture of. He meant that right there.
when the
It's
Muslims,
right here. He said it right here.
when the Muslims, like the other Muslims on television, right, people with the degree, people you have debated, right, like Shabir Ali, when they were asked about this, hey, how could he say this about the Sahaba? What was their answer? What do Muslims have to trust in?
They have to trust in the Quran only because that has manuscripts. So therefore, it's the written text.
Yeah, but what do they say about the Isnam and the Sahaba?
They cannot trust it because the Islam is based on pure people who don't lie.
Wait a second, are you saying that all that Muslims have is the purity of the Sahaba?
That's all they have. And the Tabi'un, and the top Tabi'un, and the top Tabi'un. Every 5 generations that they were perfect. They never lied. So whatever they said can be trusted because it's 100% authentic. Do you believe that?
No, because I'm a human being and I know that nobody is perfect, nobody is pure, right?
That's right.
Except for one person in Surah 1990.
And what's his name?
Jesus! Jesus!
Can you see why we can trust Jesus?
We can trust Jesus because the followers wrote it down. Okay, so, but I really want to elaborate on this because you pointed out and you wrote it down how important this is, right? So you have Yasser Qadi, a scholar in both worlds. He says that the better standard is the written material, yeah?
Yeah.
And then he tells his followers, but this standard we cannot use for our own hadith
That's
because
right.
he says it's biased. So in a sense, he's lying to his own audience and says, the written standard, we don't use it, we have to have iman, yeah? We have to have faith. So in a sense, he's lying to his own audience.
It's called taqiyya.
He's admitting that the better standard is the written thing.
It's the written standard.
But he's
That's why we're demanding it as well.
Exactly.
God bless you. Listen, thanks so much, Grace. We'll
Well-
do this again. We did this in Germany. We're going to do it in Amsterdam. You've done it now in London.
Yeah, I don't think people are ready because they are still
It's
going.
the first time he's heard this. He doesn't know how to deal with it. He just says they memorize.
That's-
Well, listen,
that's
we've got
not
other
the
people getting on. God bless you. Let me have those.